That's gross.
I just worry, Walt. I worry.
You worry about what? What are we worried about again? Brian Johnson admits he's a bitter asshole.
Yeah.
Internet approves. Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave with a BQ, with WF, with BJ. Initials that didn't really haunt me as much as you would think.
The BJ?
Yeah. Like maybe a couple times in grade school, but really not like...
Yeah, I will say this. We have pretty sophomoric humor at times, and I've never latched onto it over the years that we've been friends.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love blowjobs? Why would that even be a...
Yeah, but like that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Associating me with blowjobs?
God. Who doesn't love a good blowjob?
I don't know.
Everybody from Charlie Manson.
Who doesn't even love like a mediocre blowjob, right? Yeah, mediocre.
I don't like a bad one.
No.
Keep that shit to yourself. Mm-hmm. I don't need that.
Take it on the arches.
Toothy
Hit the bricks.
shit.
Nobody needs you.
Get out of here.
48, man.
You're 48?
48.
Yeah.
I was doing the formula the other day.
What's this formula?
Well, the formula is you take half your age and you add 7.
Okay.
And it occurred to me that I'm now relegated to fucking girls that are 31 and up. That's gross. I mean, when you take a guy as good looking as me who can pass for like 25, 26.
I will say this. Your haircut's looking fucking good, bro.
Yeah? Oh, thank you.
What is that formula? That formula doesn't make sense.
You never heard that formula? It's like, hey, you take half your age, and if you're a guy, you take half your age and you add 7. And
all right, so
that's the youngest woman that you should be with sexually.
So I'm going to be 40.
Right.
So 27?
27, yeah.
But that's not accurate at all. I'm not allowed to have sex with girls that are 25, 22 even?
I mean, if you're going to abide by the formula.
That formula sounds like fucking bullshit for me.
It could be, outdated. I don't know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean.
But I'm so young.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, at the same time, to find anyone, even 30, wouldn't be completely repulsed. It would be tough. Anyone in their 20s would be like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you're disgusting.
I don't even, what, you got to talk to him first? Or you just talking just like sex? If you got to talk with him, you don't want to talk to him.
Well, maybe you negotiate a price. I don't know.
All right. 31's a good age, dude.
Yeah, 31's.
I think, I may get in trouble with some of the younger members of the Tell 'em Steve Dave audience for this, but I think 30s, 40s are like, that's where it's at.
Well, here's the thing, like 30s into the 40s, even late 20s, if somebody's intelligent enough, it's like, well, you like to talk to them. Like, like given the opportunity to spend time with like an 18, 19, 20-year-old, you'd probably put a bullet in your head.
Yeah.
Or not given the opportunity, but forced into the situation.
Well, ongoing. I've had plenty of conversations with kids that are like, they're cool.
Really? Yeah. They're not like, fuck you and your white privilege. Pay your taxes.
Oh, God.
I saw some carolers, Walt, when I was on my way here. A fairly good-sized group of, I don't know, maybe 20. They were right out front of the Dublin House.
Yeah.
And they were all easily like 55 plus. Do you see yourself ever caroling?
I don't have the voice to be a Christmas caroler, I don't think. I don't think
you might get carried, though. I heard you had a beautiful voice on that one Christmas special.
Songbird. I've never been attracted to singing.
No,
No.
certainly not caroling.
No, I don't see anything. I don't think that you would notice the age of a caroler. I think that's a little weird that you were like that you noticed the age of Christmas carolers.
Well, everybody had white hair. I mean, it was hard not.
Are you sure? Were they supposed to look like Santa?
I don't think so. The women, the guys, like everybody. No, they look like a group. Like maybe they were like a church choir or something, perhaps. And now they're taking their skills out to the streets.
Well, if you're into caroling, this is the only time of the year you get to go around and do it without people being annoyed or
not necessarily. You annoy the shit out of
you would think you could do it with.
What annoyed you?
I hate Christmas carols. I hate Christmas music. I was in Rite Aid. I was in Rite Aid the other day, and all I could think of was like, we don't need another fucking version of like rocking around the Christmas tree.
Says you.
Says me. Yeah, it's just totally my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
What's the last great Christmas song made?
My kids would say the George Michael song.
Step Into Christmas?
No, it's I forget what it's called, but it's I had never heard it before, and they liked it when it kept coming on, and I was like, so to me, it was a very recent addition to the Christmas classic. I can't remember what it's called, but
you know what? Christmas in Hollis.
Okay,
good one.
Yeah, I would argue that Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas for You" is a classic. I mean, it's got to be 20 years old now.
Yeah,
I can't believe we're talking about fucking Christmas stuff and. Yeah. We had a Christmas special and didn't mention it once.
Did we?
That's because everybody fucking hated it.
And oh my god, dude, I got emails.
Did you really?
You got emails?
I got emails. I
looked on Twitter, and I have to say, universally, people really seem to enjoy it.
Twitter loved it.
Universally?
Reddit hated it.
Oh, Reddit did?
Reddit.
That I don't look.
Universally is a word you should not use regarding
on Reddit.
This.
If you said you liked it, people came after you. Really? Yeah.
I got an email stating
Here's some of the problems.
To the effect of, "Dear Tell 'em Steve Dave, I look forward to only one thing at Christmas time to put me in the Christmas mood. The Tell 'em Steve Dave Christmas special. Without fail, in years past, it has been able to make me enjoy the holidays where nothing else could.
Mm-hmm. So far, universally beloved.
But this year's lack of Christmas content really was both shocking and disappointing.
Shocking.
You ruined Christmas, but I still love you."
Ruined Christmas.
Is that a real letter?
That's a real email.
Wow.
I thought it was a solid episode. I remember walking away being like, "God, it turned out good." Yeah. Roll was like the fucking greatest thing ever.
Universally beloved.
It was. Yeah. I think that.
Roll.
I think also on Twitter. I think that. There's a lot less real feelings. I think that there's a lot more people who are not going to go out of their way because for fear of being blocked or being right. From past
I can't block
anger. That they're not going to tell you that they didn't like the Christmas special.
You want to see what Reddit? Want me to read some Reddit ones? Some people were saying, and I don't agree with it, so I don't care. But that I was mean to get him when I forced him on the spot with the
Muslim thing.
The Muslim, but I didn't.
I thought it was funny. It was an obvious poke. Like
it was. I couldn't imagine that people didn't see it for what it was.
Right.
Like Gidim could have turned around and just been like, "Why don't you go fuck yourself?" Like it would have been fun. Like I didn't.
This was the equivalent of when Pat Boone released a heavy metal Christmas. Yes,
Yeah.
Tell 'em Steve Dave doing this was the equivalent. It was too far outside the box, and
like we want to hear more stories. I mean, how many fucking stories could you have?
Well, I
to kill the tradition. Do you think?
No. I mean, I had this idea, and I came up with a brand new, so much Christmas content episode, and I have it ready to roll. It was going to be, we were verbally going to assault the listeners with Christmas content. I mean, it would be stuffing it down their throats till it was coming out everywhere.
Assault them.
I mean, it would be like they would have. There was so much. I have so much good Christmas content that next year's is going to be. Like I said, you're going to be. You're not going to even. You're going to twinkle. for months after listening to it.
Well, you said it was too. Some people said it was too Christian themed, huh? Like just too much like Christian stuff.
Well, there was just no Christmas content. There was no talk of Santa, elves, Rudolph, Frosty, and.
Well, I'll give you a little talk about elves today because something happened that I wanted to bring up.
I got some Christmas talk too. We could save Christmas maybe.
I'm torn. Can
Why?
I tell you why?
Why?
Because one, like I genuinely want the ants to enjoy I want it to be special for them.
Right. And it wasn't.
But at the same time, I feel the heart and soul of Tell 'em Steve Dave is us just doing what we want. And they're free to take the journey. Well, they're not.
They're not free. They pay for it.
Well, they're free not to buy that.
But they bought it and sold on it was about Christmas.
All right. But it was.
4 years. Truthful advertising.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Maybe we could save a little bit of Christmas. Maybe if we talk a little bit about Christmas on this episode, maybe a little bit on any episode we meet before Christmas. Try to inject a little.
I guess.
Right.
But
holiday.
Why should Gedham's religious weird fucking? Why shouldn't he be questioned?
About what?
I didn't get it. Why am I mean?
Well, would you have put any other minister on the spot like that? With that kind of loaded questions that you were asking him? Oh, come on.
Who's that? Jay Sargent? Who's the crazy guy that was in here?
Jay Sarge?
No, not Jay Sarge. The other guy. Sargent.
I didn't realize that Jay Sarge is
like seriously 5 years.
I like Jay Sarge.
Wow, that's a big indication of someone.
I remember his name.
Imagine forgetting the guy who provides the music for your pod every week. Confusing it with a guy who's been on a show twice.
Yeah, Jay Sargelli. Whatever the fuck is that?
No, Jay Sarge. I know the other guy's name. I got messed up. Like I went after him. So much.
He's not a fucking minister. Gideon is a bona fide minister.
Minister?
Yes, he is.
No, anybody can go online and sign up for this fucking wackadoo fucking Universal Life Church. I can do that by the time I'm done with this sentence.
Have you?
That doesn't make you a minister.
It does, and yes, it does. He has the card.
Oh Lord.
Why? What makes you a minister then? What kind of?
Gideon's also my friend, right? Well, so I'm not allowed to.
Some would argue that you wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't. Gideon wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He enjoyed it. He enjoyed it.
So why? Like, it just didn't make sense to me. Then somebody said that when I asked. You remember when we had the guy here who owns the tarot card shop,
the necromancer?
Yeah, and they were like, "Yeah, this." He put.
You don't remember his name either?
No, I don't. But I'm a very busy guy.
I'm not even busy. I don't remember his name.
But somebody was saying that like when I asked him if he was gay, that I didn't think that he was going to say yes, and it made the whole pod uncomfortable. And I was like,
for who?
I don't know. And I was like, well, first of all, I did know he was gay. That's why I asked the question. He blew me right before the show. Yeah, like you don't know.
You know what? I will admit, I did not know.
Really?
And yeah, because your gaydar is off the charts.
Yeah, I got to show up.
I didn't realize it either.
I didn't. I had no indication. I don't know why you thought that.
Yeah, I did. He came off. He was saying,
well, you were sitting closer to him.
Yeah.
Maybe you
smell it on him.
No, maybe there's some footsie under the poker table.
It's being
like people really pick apart things, weird things,
and
sometimes.
Especially for a guy that once you mentioned it, he didn't give a fuck.
I didn't give a fuck.
Wait a minute, but you didn't say it. You weren't like.
Wait, are you queer?
You just asked a simple question that you can ask in 2015.
And my follow-up was, does that make you more in tune to spirit? I thought it was a legit question. But one of the same guys that were complaining
it's not as legit as if you're a minister in the Church of Life.
Yeah.
And asking them, well, what happens to Muslims? They don't believe what you believe. It may not be as legit as you didn't phrase it in the most legitimate way. You get him in a spot where
he only had one answer that wouldn't fucking get him.
But that's because there is only one answer. I backed him into saying the truth.
I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah, it was supposed to be funny. I don't know.
He was like humming. I thought that's what people like. For people that are just like, we fucking hate gay. And then you fucking put them on the spot and like, get them alone.
There is a faction. How'd you say it? Of the audience, the Tom's audience, that I'm convinced there is no right move at this point on the checkerboard, on the chessboard. There is no right movement For him, especially.
I don't read Reddit. Is that the case? I don't read Reddit. Is that so?
Yeah. Oh my Lord! Yeah, like you could do no right at this point. I don't know why.
Has the Teflon completely worn off?
Yeah, you're like a frying pan that was used in the 1920s before. It has so much like built up
I
grease.
Haven't been seasoned in a while.
You're like the skillet on the Titanic.
What did I do?
I mean, you had a good run.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a good run where you could have said just about anything, and people were like, "Oh, that's Bri."
People are tired of hearing about the political correct. They don't want to hear it from you anymore.
Really?
They don't want to hear you talking about.
They don't want to hear it, but that may be true. But there's also, it feels like no matter what he says, people are angry at it, though.
Well, there's one mega cunt on Reddit. He's a mega cunt, and I won't even say his name because I won't give him the satisfaction. But every episode, he's just a cunty fucking cunt, and I want to kick him in this cunt. But I never do. I never do. I'm like, just let him live his life. I don't even know why this guy listens to the fucking show anymore. But yeah, we take some knocks. Walt does not. Walt is revered as godlike.
Well, that was on Twitter.
Which is it should be.
The guy I said something about you being the most open-minded person on the show. I was like, you have got it.
Well, because
we have image problems.
Oh yeah, well, because I learned a lesson a long time ago, man. Don't offer too many opinions on anything.
Don't give your true feelings.
Yeah, because it could hurt your. Because either way, you're gonna upset one side, and the other side that does agree with it. Well, they'll agree with you, but why not just stay right in the middle then?
Yeah,
a la Sunday Jeff.
Praise be Allah.
Akbar. Yeah, that's just not my way. So I guess Reddit's gonna not like me.
You can win him back.
All right,
it will be an uphill battle.
I don't think so. I just think he just needs to.
Well, I disagreed with the way that Quinn treated Get Him.
But you can't say it right on the heels of saying you thought it was funny. You've got to make it sound genuine, like I have for the last couple of years.
Right. Okay. I gotta.
You notice I stopped talking about San Francisco. You notice that? I stopped talking about breastfeeding in public.
Right.
Yeah.
I did I didn't stop talking about Hitler, but that's okay because Hitler is the go-to.
He's reviled. Yeah.
He's reviled, and I could keep talking about him as long as it's in the proper framework. Right. But you just got to learn what to not talk about. I think that's the key.
Which in this day and age is fucking anything.
You're starting.
Because
talk about your elf story.
My elf story? Okay, so today Sage got a box in the mail from Amazon, and I didn't know who it was from. I assumed my mother, and sure enough, it was my mother. But it's this, I think we had talked about it in the past, Elf on a Shelf.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, why the fuck would she send this to her?
Oh, it's cute.
I don't
It's a nice little thing to get every night. I did it with my daughter.
Did
you hide it every night,
right?
And then and they look for it before they go to bed, and then you hide it again before they wake up.
Did you now with Sage? She's not gonna. She had. I mean, I can't believe how disinterested she was in it. She didn't care at all, and she looked at it and she was like, "It's all right," but like immediately went back to.
But did you tell her that you're going to hide it, or that that it will hide itself? And that she has to go find it?
I didn't tell her that because that's one of the things that I think is weird that beyond the lie of Santa, that you're also saying like unless
oh my God, you're telling me you're going
just cut that out.
You're telling me you're going against telling kids childlike fantasy is wrong?
No, that's right. I'm saying with the motivation being like be good. Or this fucking Big Brother-esque 1984 weird-looking elf is going to fucking be watching you constantly. And if you do
why? Isn't that what Santa... That's Santa. Why? You're telling her the wrong myth anyway.
If you don't pray He's going to tell.
Pray?
Yeah, that was in the book. The book that came with it. If you don't do this, you're busted. If
you don't have to follow it fucking like verbatim, the rules. Just say, hey, I'm going to hide this. Well, don't say that. Say this elf is going to hide him. He's going to hide on you every night, and you got to find him in the morning. And when you find him, there'll be like a Hershey kiss in his hand.
That's what you did?
That's what we did, yeah. Me and my wife.
How did they react to that? They liked it?
They loved it.
Did they?
They loved it.
They didn't like constantly being watched, and their motivation to be nice to other people is like,
because most kids are not going to remember. They can't be good for Santa. You think they're going to be good for a fucking elf?
Although I did remember like being young, and there was no elf on a shelf, but my parents telling me that there were invisible elves watching us all the time. All the time, and if you weren't good, then you were. What is the deal with like you can't touch it or the magic goes away? Like, why is that a rule?
I think it's just to make it seem more magical.
I think I'm bitter because I'm an asshole who didn't think it up to make millions of dollars.
I think that's the heart of everything.
Why am I so dumb?
A bitter asshole. Yeah. They're liking that now. Your
I
points
just won back some points. My approval rating just went up.
Brian Johnson admits he's a bitter asshole.
Yeah.
Internet approves.
Teflon coating, one layer applied. Well, I don't know. Who couldn't love me, man? Why not?
I love you.
So talking about Christmas and our Christmas expo, not really. Doesn't sound like we're going to be pushing anybody who hasn't bought it yet over to tsdxmas.com on picking it up on Bandcamp, huh?
Well, it should be stated that I think it's a great episode.
You did. You liked it, right?
I liked it.
I thought
I was worried about it, and I said it, and I still was worried about it when we left. But when you guys kind of put me at ease, saying that you thought it was good, but I was very apprehensive about it because I knew that with no Christmas content, we should have released it on a fucking April 1st. Instead of fucking Black Friday. That to me was...
Can I say this?
Yes.
Within the episode is the germ of what I believe is going to be a huge component of the Tell 'em Steve Dave universe, Roll-A-Roll.
Oh, you think this should be something that comes back into our...
I believe this is issue 0 of a major miniseries in the Tell 'em Steve Dave universe. It's the best part. Roll-A-Roll was... Nobody complained about Roll-A-Roll. Everybody loved it.
Yeah. We should have played it from fucking minute 1 to the end, probably.
Yeah. And
I take it on the chin. It was all mine. It was all my idea to go with Christian. You guys had nothing to do with it, so I apologize to you both for
we go down as
taking a path that nobody really seemed to dig.
And to your credit, at the 0 hour, you were like, I think I fucked up.
What's that?
You're like, I don't know if we should have done this. Like right before we started, you're like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I remember texting back and being like, fuck it, we'll make something of it. Whatever.
And the thing that's really is disheartening is that based on all the criticism and all the complaints, I got inspired and I got some really good Christmas fucking content. I mean, really good. Now we're gonna have to fucking wait a year to do it, but at least we're ready to roll.
Does the audience fucking choke on it if we record another episode and release another one on Bandcamp this year?
Did they choke on it? Well,
do they hate? Are they like this is bullshit?
You
can't do it.
You can't do it. No, you got. You mean? Well, the people who bought the old one get that one for free then.
No.
Oh no, you can't do that.
Why?
Them, all they do is complain about me. Giving them shit.
Well, I'll have to wait, but I'm telling you, committed. I know this is horrible to say this. You got to wait a year. Tell them Steve Dave audience, but the next one, like I said, it's going to be a verbal assault, a candy cane shoved down your throat. Stuffed,
comes out your ass.
Stuffed to you where you won't even want to hear another thing about Christmas.
Be like too much Christmas shit.
Yeah, like they went too far.
All right.
But I thought to make up for a little bit, I do have something I wanted to a little Christmas content to make up for the Hindenburg that was the 2015.
And this is free gratis for all the people who didn't even buy it. I don't know why you wouldn't buy it.
Well,
word of mouth.
Was that you done with the elf story though?
What? Yeah, that was it.
That was it. So you're not gonna take it out of the box. You're not gonna hide it.
I took it out of the box. I set it up for her. She has absolutely no interest in it.
Do you agree with that, Q?
What?
That he shouldn't go along with the with the guidelines of hiding the elf, and
you come up with your own stuff. I think you're right. I think you're right to do that. To make,
but he's not coming up with anything. He's just saying like this is stupid.
She's not. It's not capturing her anyway. She doesn't give a shit. So
he's got to bring the magic. He's got to bring it, make it come to life. It's not like the fucking elf is going to hide itself.
No, but Sage responds to shit. You know what I mean? Like she either does or she doesn't.
Yeah, she's either into stuff or not.
Yeah. So.
Like lately, we've been into Sanjay and Craig, like consumed with Sanjay and Craig.
Oh, what is that?
2 week. It's cartoon on Nickelodeon. It's about a Indian kid and his talking snake. Chris Hardwick plays a talking snake. It's pretty good. There's some really good stuff in it. Yeah.
Well, I think there's an Elf on a Shelf movie. Why don't you show her that?
I don't know. I'll try. I'll see. I mean, I'll try to convert her.
Does she behave at all times? Because it's a great tool to make kids.
She's never bad.
Ever. Okay, so you don't really you can't even use it as a way to make
incentive. She's always good. And you know what's pretty funny? I don't know how it started, but like within the past week, she's delighted in calling people asshats.
Yeah.
Like this is a good child.
This is wait a minute. I was going to say you could get her to stop that using the Elf on the Shelf, though.
I want her to. It's funny. She loves it too much. Like when we're driving, if she sees somebody like they cut us off, she'd be like asshat, or like she'll call Suzanne an asshat.
Could you get Suzanne at Elf on the Shelf?
What?
Get her to believe it.
Get Suzanne at Elf on the Shelf.
I'll give that
get her to believe it.
I'll be like, he has his own movie. It's got to be true. This is a documentary.
Be good.
Says alone in the apartment, staring at the elf, trying not to move.
She finds him the next morning with a rubber in his hand. You better be good.
So you tell her, being good is all things that you want, done maybe in the bedroom.
Yeah, I'm like Santa really like sexually submissive.
No, not
girls.
Santa.
I mean the elf on the shelf. Yeah,
just put it on the headboard. A pair of handcuffs dangling.
I think he wants to watch me fuck you from behind. Says elf on the shelf.
Did you really say that?
I don't know. I read it in the storybook. I'll see if I can make that play out.
All right. Christmas content cue. I got this. This was one of the ones I was going to do, but I'm going to take this out of next year's and put it into everyone's stocking this year.
All right.
Hashtag yourself a merry little Christmas.
Oh.
And this is the segment of this is which one of these 3 Christmas stories upset social media this holiday season?
I'll guess all 3 since they're a bunch of fucking.
That's how you lose people. It's true though.
I gotta say on Twitter, I don't see that. Like I guess I'd rather not go to Reddit because I don't give a fuck then. But on Twitter, time and time again, I swear I do see people saying like, "I'm so glad you just say what you think." Like I'm so glad you don't hold back, and if that's what you're thinking, that's what you say. Reddit, obviously, I don't know what the difference is. Like why people would go to Reddit.
They seem to feel that you go to the outraged well too much.
Really? Am I that outraged all the time? I didn't think so. Not anymore. I thought I used to be way more outraged.
This is what Reddit's saying.
Oh, Reddit, huh?
Yeah.
Well, they know.
They do know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, let's figure this out.
All right.
I sure hope I give the right answer.
Yeah.
So these 3. One of these 3 Christmas stories, set social media ablaze this holiday season.
Some people on Reddit like me, right?
Some, yes. It's not universal, as you would say.
Thank Christ.
Hashtag laser snow, laser snow, laser snow. The internet is bashing the as seen on TV Star Shower Christmas laser projector. Have you seen it?
I have not.
You haven't seen this thing? It's everywhere now. It's on lawns.
I've seen it.
And it projects lights onto your house.
Yeah.
Can I look it up? Is it?
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah, look it up.
It's kind of tacky to me, but people love it.
What's it called?
You may be in line with the internet because people do not love it.
What is it called? Well, just one more time.
Laser star shower, Christmas laser projector. You embed it into the lawn.
Yeah.
You turn it on and it projects lights onto your house. Like a laser look.
It looks cool. There is, but it just kind of it just seems tacky to me a little bit.
Well, the internet is in agreement with you, Q. Some people on the internet are calling it a cheap and lazy way and just outright lame substitute for hanging traditional holiday lights on your house.
I think I would agree.
But I'm outraged. I'm fucking outraged about this shit. I wouldn't even have fucking noticed that.
Well, but remember, Bri, this may not be real. And you're getting all out.
I apologize. You're right. Really? Are they mad because I called Precious fucking a little bit more than plus sized? Okay.
Have you seen it, Bri? You've seen this. You've driven around. You've definitely seen this. Last year was the first time I'd seen it. This year,
once you notice it, now you cannot see it.
Yeah,
it's everywhere.
See it?
I see a picture, but I got to see a video of it. I'm sure, right? Like that's
the picture probably does it.
Star shower. Okay, here you go. Star shower, laser light.
It's not. It doesn't move. It's a static green and red lights that just kind of
have to untangle them, then try to hang them, and after all that, they still don't work.
Well, that's the problem, of course.
Introducing Star Shower laser lights, the easiest way to light up your entire home. In just seconds, you can add thousands of colorful stars.
Okay, so I get the idea.
So simple.
And you haven't seen this? Like, not the actual item, but you haven't seen houses with this on, this effect?
No, I live in a low-income neighborhood.
Yeah, you don't.
I know I haven't. I haven't seen it yet. I don't really drive around that much at night.
Well, I would agree with Q. I mean, I don't want to agree with Q, but I would think it probably isn't going to be in the. It probably is going to be in a little bit the more like
lazy,
middle class kind of because it's not. I don't want to say lazy, but it's definitely easier than like stringing lights all over your house.
Stringing lights is not easy, right? So they're like, okay, instead of stringing lights, pop this one thing down, and it just shows
projects
lights
a star
all over
field.
your house. Okay,
yeah.
I like the people that like really fucking go for it with the synchronized music and the lights. That's insane. Like people can do that. It's so
wow.
wild.
I tell you what, I took my mom to see a Broadway play last night. Well, for Christmas, like a little thing.
Nice.
And we went to the Christmas tree,
Rockefeller,
and they have added a light music synchronized display that. And I'm not even a Christmas guy. It was just gorgeous. It put me right in the holiday spirit in a way that I don't think a laser light field could do.
It was a star shower.
So you're saying that's the thing that got you this Christmas.
The lights.
The lights at Rockefeller Center, real lights.
Yeah, banged me right into the season.
Wow.
Okay,
so you're saying that one possibility
is the hashtag laser snow, laser snow, laser snow? Or this hashtag Santa's Yule log. Was the internet upset over a Santa creepily peering out of a 6-foot lighted outhouse lawn balloon? I'll show you guys what it looks like.
The one that everybody shoots with BBs, those lawn balloons?
Nobody shoots those with BBs.
Really?
No. They just deflate them in the morning. You're saying this
they're a fan, right? If you shut off the fan, they deflate.
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to shoot them with BBs.
No, I don't think so. It's Santa taking a shit?
It's Santa creepily popping his head out of an outhouse with toilet paper. He looks out at you, and he picks his head back in.
Oh, I see it. Look, see, he looks out, and he's like, I'm trying to take a shit.
All right, so Santa's taking a dump.
And he's staring for a really long time. I mean, it goes on for like 10 seconds, and then he goes back in. Kinda. He doesn't even shut the door all the way.
Yeah, is that fucked up?
That is kind of weird.
Right?
I mean, that's not something that I would... Like, the star shower thing seems like somebody's like, I know how to fucking make buku bucks.
Yeah. He's right.
Because everybody's kind of lazy. And this
yeah, but this is... Santa Claus is probably universally... Here's where you can use the word universally. He's universally beloved by children.
Santa Claus. Right.
Why would you paint him in that light, though? Why would you dehumanize them?
Well, humanize them. People take shits.
Yeah.
But not in and out. Like, why? But not in and out. Not in a way that you're like, look at Santa taking a dump, right?
I hear you.
It's ridiculous.
Meanwhile, Maxwell's like, all right, fine, I'll take down 22 of the 25 that I have on my lawn.
I mean, it's creepy, the internet is saying, and it's gross. And it has no place at Christmas time.
It is weird. It's a very odd choice.
All right, so
somebody was like, "This will be funny."
Oh yeah, people thought it was funny. So that was hashtag Santa's Yule log.
Santa's Yule log.
Hashtag Feliz Navidad. A grocery store ad has angered the internet for being too depressing and manipulative. Mm-hmm. This is one of a viral commercial from Germany that has really pissed people off, as Germans are apt to do.
Didn't Time Magazine just make Germany's Chancellor like Person of the Year?
Yeah, Times.
Because apparently she's just been
turning the country
up.
around. Yeah,
she's turning the European Union around. She's taking in all those refugees. She's like the anti-Hitler.
Yeah, doesn't mean they want to hear this depressing Feliz Navidad shit.
It's a grocery store in Germany that has gone viral. A commercial for it. It starts off with a grandfather, an elderly man, calling his children, his grown children, to ask them if they're going to come for Christmas dinner this Christmas. And all of his children decline and say they have other things to do this holiday. They cannot make it. So then it cuts to, a very sad elderly man preparing his own meal by himself while his family goes about their business this holiday season. And they're having fun, and they're with their own children, and they're laughing and playing and doing holiday things until they get a telegram stating that the elderly man has died.
A telegram?
It's a telegram, I think.
What fucking century does this fucking commercial take place in? Oh, okay.
And
how was that an explanation?
Yeah, I don't know. But...
They all go to the house,
right,
to take care of their fathers. They all go to this house to take care of his affairs and close up the house
on
and everything.
Christmas.
A couple days before Christmas. It's not. It's not. And when they get there, they smell something in the house. And then they walk around the corner, and there's this beautiful. The whole family's there, kids, everything. There's this beautiful dinner laid out.
So he's not dead.
And then the old man comes out of the kitchen with a big turkey, and the people are aghast. And then they're like, "We thought you were dead, and we thought you were dead. What's going on?" And he's like, "I faked my death." He goes, "Because it was the only way I could get everyone here for Christmas dinner."
This has to be an infomercial because this sounds awfully fucking long.
I'm painting you because to watch it, it's in German. It would be wasted. I'm just giving you what goes on. I mean, this happens like this. Mm-hmm. It's like boom, 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 boom.
Right. And
so then, they have this wonderful time at this Christmas dinner, and then the grocery store logo comes up. Mm-hmm. And the internet is claiming that they don't want to be depressed and guilted into having to deal with this kind of message around the holiday season. There are just some relatives that
makes me feel bad about neglecting my own parents.
But they call it creepy, manipulative, and worst of all, not a good commercial. I will not go buy. I will not be shopping at this store due to this commercial.
Wow.
So which is it? Is it laser snow, laser snow, laser snow? Feliz Navidad or Santa's Yule log?
Mm-hmm. Let's think of the general mindset and intelligence of the internet and what they become outraged over.
Right.
Which is nearly fucking everything.
Pretty much everything at this point.
And I don't even know how much people are actually outraged over. It's like sometimes you'll see an article. It's like internet and an outrage over blank. And it's like 3 people tweeted about it.
Well, here's the thing that I always think is that I know an incredibly diverse amount of people. My friends that work on my TV show, I'm like one of the only 5 white people that work on my TV show. My my friends from the firehouse. Like I across the board, I know so many people.
All right, Reddit loves you and not me.
Yeah, got it. All right, I got Muslim friends. I'm all over the place, and none of them get offended by anything. None of them, like, people don't talk in real life. It may have aged
out of that.
No, I have the gamut. The gamut. It's just nobody in real life thinks about things like people do on the internet. Gets offended by things like they do on the internet. It's not linked to reality.
Right. Because I find myself doing that. Like, I'll see something and I'll get a rise. I'll be like, what's with these fucking idiots? But then I realize, like, well, this is a vocal minority. This is not
it's
really
like 4
the
people.
way people
it's,
feel.
Yeah. However, I will say this.
I'm looking in your direction, Reddit.
We could all agree that, I hope we could all agree that Donald Trump as president would be a fucking big problem for us. Right?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I may as well go for it.
But if we do end up with President Donald Trump,
right,
I feel it's going to be a direct response to how fucking annoying and cunty the internet is. I think that's why we're where we are now, and I think that's why we're in real danger of the fucking president being Donald Trump.
Well, why do you think I'm fucking proudly carrying the fucking anti-PC flag, man? Fuck the internet and their fucking stupid opinions about everything.
Yeah, but it's fine for you and a website, but like...
It doesn't seem so.
Yeah, it ain't really working all that well for him. The sales sales are down across the board.
It's directly to
me. I just worry, Walt. I worry.
You worry about what are we worried about again? You think that it's a backlash. His popularity is a backlash to a PC world.
Well,
PC America.
There's this whole thing now about, like, basically it is, and I understand it. I do. I get it. Like, white people have been fucking ruling the roost for fucking thousands of years. I get it. But now there's this anti-white thing going on the internet and stuff like that. You could take shots at white people. I could say right now I hate all white people, and nobody's ever going to blink an eye at it. Anybody could say it. That's just the way it is. But nobody wants to hear it. You know what I mean? I just think that,
hey man, it's
if we end up with President Trump because of the shit, we're gonna have problems, and we might.
I don't think so.
Oh,
well,
I think what's going to happen too. I think it ain't going to happen.
He doesn't have to. He's in charge of the fucking Republican Party right now.
Yeah, they may not. That may not happen either. But I think what you shouldn't. You're going to vote this year.
Yeah.
You just got to worry about BQ's vote, and the rest will just take care of itself.
I hope so, because
I think it's all like people love to say that they want him or they want, because you said, I think it's a reaction to, like, it's a FU to the PC to say, like, they're going to vote for Trump, but when it comes down to nitty gritty and you're ready to pull that lever, you're like, oh, we can't have this fuckhead and. Yeah. They can't really do it, but but it is a choice between shit and diarrhea.
Hillary Clinton's just going to raise my taxes, so I can't.
She's going to raise your taxes.
So if Donald Trump is running against Hillary Clinton, I have to vote for Donald Trump.
She's a proven liar.
Yeah,
there's a whole
oh my god, there's so much. Too. Yeah, but what I think she will probably do though, when she gets in office though, is that she will be I think she'll be even more tough. People are like, oh, we can't get a Democrat. They're not tough. They're not good on security.
Right.
I think because she's a woman, she will overcompensate and be even tougher because she doesn't want to be labeled as being soft. So that may put some of your concerns to ease on security.
Well, I can guarantee she'll be tough for at least 1 week per month.
I don't think that happens anymore, bro.
Oh yeah, you're right. The younger chick president.
I can't imagine the taxes if she's elected though.
Oh no,
I'm gonna be I can't take it. I'm not giving it to charity anymore.
No?
You can't do not unless I'll do animal charities. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not giving a dime to anybody else because my taxes already fucking fund this shit.
Just write it off.
Fuck everybody.
Well, they're talking about
fuck Reddit.
They're talking about defunding Planned Parenthood, so you might have to give them a couple bucks.
No.
All those fucking kids.
He gives a couple bucks. He gives a couple bucks outright every other month, doesn't he?
Yeah, you used to.
Like $500 every 2 months.
Here you go, honey.
Honey,
Get it taken care of.
You know what to do.
Gets to scraping. Yeah, I don't know.
You're single-handedly responsible for 6 abortions a year.
This punch card.
Easy pass.
The 10th fucking abortion rate. Fucking may as well go for it.
I don't know how we got on. I apologize, Walt.
Apologize for what?
To get on the Trump. I worry about this.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, you can't because you just got to worry about your own backyard.
Yeah, but he's gonna be in charge of my backyard.
I don't think so.
But he really is the president in charge when he answers to Congress and people veto shit right and left.
There's not a chance. You can't say things like that and make it. I don't think anyway.
I think like what Donald since he doesn't have that filter like when he's saying like ban all Muslims from coming in the country, I hope what he means is like you can't have an open door policy for really anyone, not just Muslims. I mean, obviously, like the country has become more dangerous. Whereas after 9/11, it was like if you see something, say something. Now, if you see something and say something, well, you're profiling. And that electrician guy or whatever in San Bernardino, had he not been afraid of profiling, those 14 people maybe alive. And it would have not, had that effect of like, God knows how many family members and friends and all that other shit. Because when it comes right down to it, it was 2 Muslim people who shot up a bunch of fucking Christians at a Christmas party. But nobody wants to say that, And,
so they're saying it,
and he will say that. I swear to Christ, I don't know what fucking news outlet to read on the internet anymore. Like everyone is so fucking pussified that even Fox, when Fox is pussing out, when they're like, "Oh, Obama's a pussy," or like the lady says something, uses the word shit, and they're like, "You're out of here." It's like that's not even regular fucking TV. That's cable. Like you're allowed to say that stuff.
Yeah, but you don't want to promote someone using vulgarity on the air as somebody that works for your company. You got to have some decorum of professionalism.
It isn't. But a lot of the things that he says, Trump, just strike me as so un-American. Like you cannot single out American Muslims. You just can't. And he wants to keep a database of Muslims in the country.
But he's saying things that can't be done anyway, though. So it's a waste of everyone's time.
The fact that he was even saying, it's just like.
And here's something to chew on, though. Like that really makes you go.
You're really trying to make up for that. Get a Muslim comment.
No. This is how I feel.
He says something like that. And he's playing a card that inevitably probably will come back to help him. Inevitably, we're going to have another terrorist attack.
Right.
One came pretty quick after Paris.
Right.
We're going to have another one. And if the next one involves something even more, like at what point do the people who are like, there's a lot of people, majority of people believe like you do, Q. It's crazy to say what he's saying, but as the bodies pile up,
right.
It's he can go back to that and be like, I was right. See, I was right. I called for this.
The fucking day of the France thing where he's like, I told you we should have bombed ISIS oil fields.
So I mean, he is playing a card that probably will come if it comes back before the election. It could help him immensely in terms of like, well, he could say I was right.
Right.
But if there's no other attack, I think people, when it comes down to put up or shut up, they're not going to vote.
But you're talking about attacks in America because people don't pay attention to like the 30.
Yes, I'm talking about attacks in America.
Afghanistan,
could you imagine do you remember that documentary a couple years ago about some terrorists who stormed I think it was a Russian school?
Oh yeah, and kill all the kids. Yeah.
If that happens in America, what happens?
I I think you see some change. It's Muslims who do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think.
Well, I mean, you're the people they're going to be. Then you're going to see the test of like, what at what point do you compromise your what's it called your principles and your ideals? I mean, how much blood does it take, or is there any point? Is there no point that's too high before you compromise your ideals? Is that what you're saying, Q?
I compromised them like 3 times on the way here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people who are very much like, you know, against what he said. Well, there are some people who, no matter how many people and no matter how much blood is spilled, they'll never come to that side of what he's saying,
unless they're directly affected.
Possibly.
I don't think that I would ever be on that side.
If you know what I'm talking about, I think it was a Russian school.
No, I never.
You saw that. You saw that story.
Listen,
if that happens, people are going to be pressed because it's going to be.
You can't equate that directly with your average American Muslim. You just can't.
No, I'm talking about if it's somebody who comes in from another country.
Oh well, look.
If it's somebody who comes in from another country,
I'm talking about Americans.
Right, but he was talking about let's stop the
immigration.
The immigration in.
Let's
that's
get
what he
a
was saying.
handle on like the system that we're going to use in order to allow people to come.
But
into the country,
he said
it's not that fucking crazy.
Well, you got to do it for everybody. You can't just be like these Muslims.
Right, but at what?
I don't know who wants to keep out the Italians. They have hot rods and they make great food, but.
Dude, there was a girl when we first opened this store. Like I would work here, then like here and there, and there was a girl that used to come down from RBC.
Yeah.
And she was a Syrian girl.
Mm-hmm.
That alone, her looks make me want to take in every fucking Syrian. Right. Oh, she was so hot, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So sweet too, such a nice girl. And it's like, look, nobody. That's the thing about like you get Obama saying like, look. This shouldn't make us intolerant of Muslims and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, all right, we're all a bunch of fucking assholes who think that the majority of fucking Muslims are going to fucking, take part in a terrorist attack. Enough.
It's not enough because you got the guy who's running for president saying that it's not enough. I would almost agree with you until he started saying that stuff now.
No,
there has to be somebody.
Obama telling the general public, like, you really don't see, like, do you see that many people going after fucking Muslims or making Muslims' life hard? It's like, I don't read about that shit in the paper. Like, I don't see that online.
I see it here or there, but.
Really?
But when you have somebody running for the highest office in the world, saying the things that Trump's saying, then that's why you're hearing the other side be like, this is crazy. But also, and there is a gray area because you know that like.
Stop telling us to be tolerant of fucking Islamic radical Islamists who just fucking shot 14 people. That shouldn't be your first thing. And like when France happened,
they're not saying.
What did they talk about?
They're not being. He's not saying be tolerant of radicals.
Right. He's not saying
make
that.
sure that you don't aim that gun at.
But I don't think. I mean, how many people are like? I don't.
How many people?
I think
almost anybody at the. I'm sure it was a going to those Trump rallies is.
No, they're not killing Muslims. They're not.
Nobody.
They're not fucking.
No, when did you start bringing the word killing in? No, just pointing that barrel at. I'm talking about is aiming the barrel. I mean, not literally aiming a barrel. I'm talking about like painting everybody as a bad guy.
You know what bothers me the most about fucking Muslims? Like the only thing, aside from the fucking radical ones, is that like when I go to a fucking store and I see a woman wearing a fucking burqa, 1, I think it's the creepiest fucking outfit ever. 2, I'm like, that's not like, I know, religious freedom, all this other bullshit. But it's like, how do you fucking balance that with feminism these days? Like it's such a fucking backwards fucking thing to do. I mean, the woman is covered up head to toe. She can only look out.
That's how you
she
fight,
looks like a fucking sniper window. It's so little.
That's not your fight, bro.
No, it's not. I got my hands full with Reddit.
Don't even get into that.
It just, I look at it and I feel like I want to fucking pull it right the fuck off her head and be like, well, you don't have to do this. Don't do this. Don't listen to your asshole husband.
Go read what Bill Maher has been saying.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Go read what he's been talking about. He brings up the things you're talking about, like one side says you got to be open and you got to be, but what we're being open to
is subjugation. Yeah,
it is. It's like a very strange thing that you, on one hand, you're like, you aren't supposed to treat women like this. You aren't supposed to do make them second-class citizens.
How far do you let the culture go? Like, let's say a Muslim woman is convicted or suspected of fucking adultery. Is it like,
that's in a different country.
That's just not going to happen here.
That's not going to happen.
No, it's a different country. Yeah, but like, well, why not?
But we can't. We can't do anything about that.
Well, we got religious freedom, so let's start fucking.
You still got to follow the laws here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I don't know. Fucking religious laws don't supersede.
No, they don't.
No, try not to pay taxes.
For now.
I looked into that. Start my own church.
Don't vote for Trump and start, you see stonings on every fucking corner.
Start to see what?
You're going to start seeing stonings on every corner. It's like there are so many countries out there that are so fucked up towards women. Like sometimes when you see the shit on Twitter that girls complain about, you're like, shut the fuck up, man, because half a world away, some girl's getting her fucking clit cut off. Yeah. Some girl's getting her fucking head bashed in with stones because it's suspected that she committed adultery. Some girl can't even fucking ride a bike on Wednesday or whatever the fuck, It's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
I don't know. I've stepped away from women's issues entirely.
No more broad issues, huh?
It's been a while.
We got to double up on fat news.
All right. Well, what do you guys think about going back to this? What were we talking about?
Oh, that's right. We got to pick this story.
Which story angered the internet?
Okay. So was it the Christmas lights cue? Was it Santa Claus peeking out after taking a shit? Or was it some fucking weird German commercial?
All right.
I figure the German commercial isn't enough to affect the internet as a whole.
Right.
So I'm going to go with lights or Santa.
Right.
I recently got into a bit of a tiff on Twitter over a Santa Claus related issue. Somebody tweeted that this is wrong. They're charging to see Santa. And I was like, all right, well, let me look into this. And it turns out,
I'm gonna
get to the bottom of this.
Slip on your investment blazer.
I put my blazer on. I looked into it, and it turns out that it's not your average like Santa. Which I'm sorry, but like it cost me $40 every year to get pictures with Sage and Santa. I never knew it to be free unless like you go to the firehouse. But I guess there's like 10 or 12 exhibits across the country where it's like big time, like almost like Disney-esque. Like they literally have licensed characters and this and that, and then you go and see Santa. So it's not like you're just paying for Santa. You're paying for this whole holiday experience.
All right.
And this lady was mad about it. And to me, I said, well, who's supposed to pay? Like if you went to a fucking theme park and Santa happened to be there, should you be allowed in for free? Like why is the mall supposed to subsidize your child's Christmas experience? I didn't really get it.
Right.
I didn't understand it. And it wasn't resolved because, nobody ever is like, yeah, you're right. And they're like, the woman was like, well, then they should be taught that there isn't a price on everything. And
wait a minute, it wasn't resolved? What do you mean? To your liking, you mean, or resolved overall?
I just stopped.
Oh, okay.
I was like, fuck it. Put my blazer off.
I was going to say, did you really expect a resolution?
But I was just like, who is going to, like, your kids aren't paying, and you are, and that's what's making you mad, is that you have to pay.
And if she tweeted back, you're right, what would it make you do?
It would make me think like, oh, well, maybe she hadn't thought of it this way. But I'm like, Santa is not.
No satisfaction?
Zero.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, wait, if I change her mind?
Yeah.
Oh, 100% satisfaction. I thought you meant in the real world what happened.
There is a level, so there would be a level of satisfaction on winning the debate.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, I showed this ignorance to light. Dummy. I turned her around. But to me, I was just like, well, then.
Have you ever achieved that?
Never. Never. In fact, it just gets worse. You guys on Reddit. Everyone's like, you're a jerk off. It should be free. But it's free if you go to the Firehouse or the VFW.
Right.
Like, there's tons of places. Like, you don't have to fucking bring your kid to the mall and expect this holiday extravaganza to be subsidized by someone else. Like, sometimes you got to pay for shit. This is one of those things.
Right.
But if you get it for
deal or don't.
But if you can get it for free, why shouldn't you? Like the squeaky wheel.
Yeah, but
That's the mouse?
that business isn't going to fucking shut down because
They changed the policy at a mall.
They did change the policy.
Yeah, they did. They gave it away for free.
They brought
Right?
up the grease.
you know what that is? That's Santa communism.
Yeah.
And I, for one, am not going to stand for it.
Why?
That's the way
This
it
is
is
fucking
now.
red, man. You got to give shit away. Capitalism. That's what this fucking country is built on.
We don't like this, so fucking let's fire this guy. We don't like this, so now Santa Claus is fucking free because the mall's afraid they're going to lose business. Right.
But I don't. But like,
If I was the mall, I'd fucking rip Santa right out there.
Yeah, I'd be like, no Santa this year. You
Yeah,
fucking
take your
dickheads.
fucking squealing little rats
Yeah.
and fucking spend time with them instead of taking them to the mall. Go fuck yourselves.
and if you were managing that mall, you'd be out on your ass.
Yeah, you'd make a
why I have
terrible
a
mall
podcast.
manager.
You better stick to entertaining, Q.
Apparently, I'm not good at that either. Go back to firefighting.
If you got, managing a mall, I don't think is in your future. You don't want no Santa Claus. And the only month when they make all their money, you want to make it so nobody goes to that mall.
Yeah.
You
don't
got your
wanna
point
live
across.
too much. You're like, capitalism or death. Better dead than red.
It is better dead than red.
Yeah.
Communism.
I agree.
Fuck out of here.
Okay, so I have to feel that your average person loves new shit, easy shit.
Right.
Like time-saving shit, and they're like, wow, so this is all this cost? It's kind of cool. The Santa thing.
What are we talking about here? What do you mean?
Well,
Like the new
talking
shit?
about the
The new
hashtags.
shit? What's the new
The
shit?
Starlight.
Oh,
Like, this is the new
star-
shit.
the star shower you're talking
The
about.
star shower thing, yeah. I can't imagine people getting up in arms about, like, oh my God, they're not doing it old school. Because people love fucking technology and shit. Like, what happened to this country?
Can you point to the star shower projector shoved into a lawn as fucking new age technology?
Well, I'm not saying it's space age. Like, holy shit, really? So these are the times we live in?
Spacely sprockets.
I never dreamed I'd see this. What a wonderful time. I think people are like,
You use the word technology though to describe that.
well, it's the equivalent of any of the bullshit you fucking see on TV. Like, hey, chop a carrot faster. Any number of fucking dumb things that, like, you look it up on the internet and everyone's like, it's a piece of shit. That fucking thing. Turn on fucking, push a button and you can turn on all your lights instead of fucking flicking 3 switches. Isn't it amazing? But I just don't see that getting.
You don't see the internet getting angry about the star shower laser.
If the internet is angry about me, I see them get angry. But I think that, like, the marriage of Santa Claus and, like, ooh, you caught me taking a shit is just too, like, what? Too unsettling and off-putting. And why is he peeking out and then going back in, but not really closing the door all the way?
And why the fuck are you fucking making the man who's brought all these presents for you not? Why don't you let him come in the house and take a shit if he has to go take a shit?
Yeah.
Right? Why can't he come inside where it's warm?
Like I said, he's down south.
Hey man, that ain't cool.
We had indoor plumbing. I say, what the fuck? I mean, I guess you could shit in the sink. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit too odd for people.
Did you get the hashtag though? Santa's Yule log. Did you get that, man?
I got the log.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, I'm good enough. Like, wait a second, how fucking insanely clever. But that does sound like something you would do. That's where he's going to trick us, maybe.
All right. So you're going with the inflated 6 foot tall inflatable outhouse for Santa.
Yeah, Santa caught fucking the state of undress.
I'll tell you, when I was dating this girl in high school, we were at a parent's house, and she had these old school
outhouse.
No. Do you remember the Charmin commercials where it was like it was animated with the bear?
Yeah, and you get the little pieces of dingleberries on his butt.
On their ass. We were watching TV, and the mother was just like, "Oh, that's disgusting! Like, why do they have to show like a bear?" Why?
Were you dating a Puritan?
No, this is just a classic Staten Island Republican. She was like, "Oh, this is so disgusting." And I remember thinking, "Wow, man, that's a weird thing to get your fucking heckles raised about." So I do know that the topic of shitting.
If I were to admit right now that I thought the same way, would you think less of me?
No, I'd almost expect it from you, I think.
Yeah,
because I have.
Yeah, I was going to say, a couple blocks down there were those plywood cutouts.
No, I'm talking about the Charmin commercial. I, too, was just like, why the fuck would they do that? Why is that something that you would use to sell your product?
Yeah, I think you've said that before, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do know that people get upset about it, Walter.
Yeah. And you were going to mention that there was these cutouts of a neighbor.
You hate it.
I hate it. Yeah, that they were urinating, like playfully urinating.
Like their pant, like the
you
boy's pants.
can see their butt.
Down.
Yeah, you saw his ass.
Yeah, I thought it was strange. Like I would drive by and I thought it was strange, but it never really like clicked the way it clicked for other people in the neighborhood.
So I do think it's the outhouse one.
I think it's the outhouse one too, huh?
But
Santa's Yule log. Hashtag Santa's Yule log.
Interest of creating a winner,
not getting tricked by Walt.
I'm going to say the German commercial.
Why?
Because it's a pretty fucked up commercial.
Why? How so?
Well, the guy told his whole family that he's dead. They were all freaking out.
But he had to.
He had to do it, and in the end, it was the right move.
That guy, maybe he's an asshole.
But in the end, but you see them celebrating, and it's a great dinner, and it may be the last dinner they ever have together. And if he has to resort to that, why wouldn't you? You're telling me you wouldn't resort to something like that? You haven't been manipulative to get what you wanted?
Listen, I've seen my future, and it's dying alone, like eating Christmas by himself.
I look forward.
You haven't manipulated people to do things you wanted for yourself?
I mean, not to a psychotic degree.
You're like faking your own death.
Yeah.
How did he make
he said
him
the
think he was
telegram,
dead?
remember?
Oh,
He said a telegram.
That's right, yeah.
So I think it's that one.
I think it's that one.
Yeah.
Feliz Navidad. Hashtag Feliz Navidad.
Another fucking clever Flanagan. Like,
that's too good.
It's rough.
What's the hashtag for the laser lights?
Hashtag laser snow, laser snow, laser snow.
I'm going to go with Navidad.
Can we get a little Christmas music, Deck?
Yeah,
Can we
like
reveal
some
this?
Christmas suspenseful music. Maybe some fucking the latest fucking.
Why don't we take this recorder outside and get those carolers?
Rockin' Route? I mean, I don't know where the fuck they are.
No, there's a stationary.
3 of them probably died by the time they're so old.
There's a stationary rock people playing right outside the store over there.
Oh yeah.
Why don't we end the show with their music?
We got to pay for it then.
Too much
Yeah,
work.
I got to license it. It's gotten like 50 cease and desist letters.
All right, the big reveal to hashtag yourself a Merry Little Christmas. This is kind of the makeup.
Yeah, this is going to make up for the money you spent. So.
Yeah, this is the makeup for spending the money on the Christian Christmas.
If you're listening to this, to the makeup one, and didn't buy the Christmas one, you really should go buy the Christmas one.
Yeah, you actually, you're in.
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, don't take. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag Feliz Navidad was the real story that got the internet pissy.
Pissy, huh?
Pissy.
Now, I saw there was a second where I was like, maybe it is that one, because I saw something in Australia where there's like, I think it's an electronics store or something, and every year they have like a sort of a cheeky billboard, and this year it was Caitlyn Jenner, image used without her permission, I'm sure, and it said like, I hope Santa has more in his sack than I do, or something like that. I could
something
it
suggestive.
Was kind of like, oh yeah, I mean, it was about balls, no doubt. And
Wow.
it was worded to where I was like, I don't know, it's not super clever. I didn't really get it at first.
No Feliz Navidad.
No, definitely not.
Or Santa's Yule log.
Yeah, but people Santa's Yule log. I was like, God damn, I know we made that up.
Another one I was gonna do was, can you smell what I smell? So, can you hear what I hear? But the other two stories actually were very hit close to home. That fucking laser projector is nowhere. I spent Saturday going to 4 Walmarts, 3 Kmarts. I was all over New Jersey because my kid wants it.
Okay.
I cannot find this fucking... And now they're selling it on Amazon 3 times what it's supposed to be. I thought that was against the law to do shit like that.
Well, I think that's during times of like hurricanes and natural disasters. Like you can't charge 3 times for a generator. Not some fucking unnecessary piece of shit like a laser shower.
I cannot find this fucking thing anywhere. And we were in the last Walmart, and I saw that. I actually videotaped that Santa Claus in the outhouse.
Oh, really?
Much to my shock and horror when I saw it. And I called over my daughter and I said, this is the last one. I said, we're not going to any more stores. It's 9:00.
Do you want this instead?
I said, I got the sales guy. He's going to get that down for us. We're going to get that. And her face turned to the shock and horror because she didn't realize what it was at first. And I said, he goes, you know what that is? And she goes, I don't get it. I go, look, that's toilet paper right there. I said, that's an outhouse. And like you could see the realization of what it was. And she said, if you were to put that on our lawn, I would go out and destroy it. I will not have my friends drive by and see that on our lawn. No, she goes, absolutely not.
Wow, like, you don't think she'd be like, wow, it's fucking pretty genius and fucked up. Like, let's put it on there. Like, I guess teenagers just
She was horrified, and I said, well, should I tell the guy we're not getting it? And she goes, let's go. I know you didn't tell anybody. She's
like, I can see your wheels turning. You're making up fake hashtags.
Yeah, I know. Feliz Navidad. Let's go. But I can't find this fucking thing anywhere, man. Wow. I look. I go on eBay. It goes for like $70. It's only supposed to retail for $30.
I told you, man. People love tech.
That's for the cheapest one, man. But they make better made ones.
Do they?
What?
Yeah.
Where? I can't find one anywhere.
I know they make them. I don't look into it. I don't call
I
attention.
have nothing to base that on.
No, I do. I had a conversation.
How do you know they make better ones?
Because my mother wanted to get one for her house in Pennsylvania.
Right.
I ended up talking her out of it. But
why?
She was like, they're $30. But the woman in the store said that they break right away. And I said, of course, they're fucking $30. I was like, if you want to get a nice one, you get a nice one. And she was like, well, I saw they go for like $150. And I was like, that's the one that won't break on you. But don't get it because it's fucking stupid.
Merry Christmas, Ma.
Did you hang the lights for her? No,
I did not hang any lights for her. But she's only in Pennsylvania for like another week before she goes down to Florida. So I'm like, why are you even hanging lights?
She won't even be there for Christmas.
She leaves like 2 days after Christmas.
Oh, okay.
She's going to spend it in the dark, though. No lights on the house.
She's going to have to write to Q, like send him a telegram and shit.
Q. I'm dead.
I'm dead.
My last wish was that you come over and string the lights. You go over there, you do it, and then she pops out of the fucking kitchen with a turkey.
Yeah. You know how fucking long that take? I'm gonna buy one of those piece of shit star showers.
And the other thing too is like they live in like the woods. So there are no neighbors to fucking see it. Like
they just want to see it. It's for them, not for the neighbors.
Oh, enough.
Did you just see the tree? You told me you were all fucking jazzed for the holidays.
Yeah, but I didn't put it up.
Right, but I thought that would inspire you enough to get your mom a fucking $30 projector. You fuck.
Even if it breaks, how long do you need it for?
It's not the money. I'd pay $60 to end the conversation about it.
From your loving son. Yeah. Let's never talk about it again.
I just took him to a fucking Broadway show. I took him to fucking to the big Christmas tree. How much I got to do? By the way, they have at the entrance to every Broadway theater a bomb sniffing dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have to get sniffed by the dog before you go into the theater. Isn't that cool?
Even celebrities?
I couldn't believe it. All right.
How long we been going?
Hour and 13 minutes or
let's
so.
wrap it up. We're going to talk some business. We got some business to talk tonight, right?
Yeah, we got to talk.
Do you have anything you want to talk about?
I wanted to
ask you this too, Q, before we go. This to me, I really want your guys' opinion, especially your opinion, because you're not as. I'll tell you why when I talk about it, though. But you should have. I think you would have the mindset of what I think should be the mindset.
All right.
Go ahead.
We'll see. I was wondering, like, post comic book man, right?
That's after.
Yeah. You get an offer to be on Celebrity Wife Swap. They're going to pay you $1 million.
Whoa. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. But these are the people you have to pick from.
Doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Because I had Mama June, Snooki, Kate Gosselin, or Caitlyn Jenner.
Well, but neither one of. How many of them are really wives, though? Don't they have to have a real wife? They have to be married.
Well, Snooki's married.
Okay, so she's
Kate Gosselin's dating. Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, Mama June allowed her daughter to get molested.
Who's Mama June?
She's Honey Boo Boo's mom.
Oh, okay.
She was the one, like, her daughter got molested, and then after the guy got done serving his sentence, she moved the guy who molested her daughter into the house, which is why TLC canceled the show. Oh, boy. I mean, it was unbelievable. Snooki's, an animal.
Way to kill the fucking gravy train, too, huh?
I mean, dude, dead fucking stop. It was unreal. Kate Gosselin, who is now coming back with another show, I couldn't fucking believe that people cared enough that it's like, Kate, +8, and now she's going to date. And it's like, but why she goes on a romantic helicopter ride and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I thought people didn't like her anymore.
But she doesn't have any real, she hasn't done anything scandalous, though. I mean, the biggest scandal she has is that her marriage broke up, but she hasn't done anything where people should hate her.
Well, I mean, I've read anyway.
But she pimped out the kids?
She's a total bitch. Yeah. I mean, pimping out the kids to sell,
Yeah.
the show. I mean, I can't believe that America has not had enough of it already. And Caitlyn Jenner. That's the one I think I would go with. I think that'd be the most interesting.
Who's Caitlyn Jenner again? Oh, that's the one that's the sex change, right? Yeah. That's the one?
I think she's the most tolerable out of these three people.
This is helping her big time on Reddit, too?
Yeah, Reddit. Just, I just want to repeat that, I'm transgender friendly.
$1 million. They don't pay that much on Celebrity Swap, do they?
No way. But I knew it would take $1 million to actually do something. I mean, they're all probably. I actually bet you Caitlyn Jenner is the most sufferable one. The other three, I'll bet you'd be like, I want to knock them the fuck out right away. You got to sleep in the same bed.
I don't think that. No, I don't. I think
they don't make you actually swap wives.
No, I mean, I would not fuck them, but do you sleep in the same bed, or just argue with their kids the whole time?
I think it's just imagine how our show is.
Right,
it's probably the same. They need fucking. They need a little bit of drama, like, hey, how about we do this? How about we do this? How about you get mad at me when I say this? And,
right. Well, if you go with Kate Gosselin, you got 8 kids telling you to go fuck yourself. Like, the second you're like, hey, why don't you do this?
Well, all those kids are kind of like
every single one I've seen, like any wife swap clip, it's always the kids resentful that some other dude is telling them what to do, or sometimes the wife is telling them what to do.
Yeah. But they do realize, the kids realize it's just a temporary swap, right?
I guess so, but they're like, this is fucking crazy. This is worse than putting a fucking shit in sand on my lawn.
For $1 million,
which, I mean, you would do it for $1 million too, wouldn't you?
I'd fucking live with all 4 of them for $1 million forever.
Move to Utah? I wanted to ask you guys, Star Wars is coming out.
I can't wait.
Next week, right? You have your tickets?
I do not have my tickets.
Neither do I. I'm going to go to a shithole.
Then you're going to have to wait.
No, it's playing every half hour.
Yeah.
I heard tickets are sold out in the theaters. You probably want to see it.
Aren't pre-selling even tickets.
I'm going to go see it in a theater that is low rent. And it probably doesn't even. It's probably not even in stereo, but at least I'll get to see it.
Yeah, I go to the same theater every day. Not every day, but every.
Do you think it's overkill that theaters are saying well, you can't dress up, and you can't do this, and you can't do that?
I didn't know that. There's that came down that you can't do any dress up.
Came down that you can't dress up and go into.
They don't want people like
bringing
blasters, and it turns out to be a real gun.
Right.
But
it's the world we live in, unfortunately.
But if you're going to bring a fucking gun in, it doesn't matter if you're fucking dressed up or not. I mean, the guy who shot up that was it the Batman movie or whatever?
Well, he came in
a fucking side door and started shooting people. It's.
I just hope, God, hope.
The terrorist won if I can't fucking dress up like Jar Jar Binks.
I hope the movie's good.
Well, this is my question regarding it. The world is excited, right? America especially?
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you put the excitement factor?
For me?
For you and then for the country.
Well, okay, that's a good question. I'd say the country is a fever pitch.
10?
Country's a straight 10.
Okay.
I believe so.
What about you?
It's part of a broader thing. I like that I'm seeing a Rocky sequel and a new Star Wars movie starring Harrison Ford in the same month in my 40th year of life. So I'm probably at like a 7, but I remember the fucking lessons that Phantom Menace taught us, which is not get to a 7, you know what I mean? Like,
well, what were you when Phantom Menace came out?
Phantom Menace I was probably like a 10.
Okay, Bri, can you give me your pulse?
I believe that Star Wars fever is
around
a 10? 9 to 10. Yeah,
and your pulse?
Mine? What'd you say? 7?
I said 7 just because of the inclusion of the old characters.
I'm gonna, if I had to guess, 4.
So close. I was gonna say 5 at best.
I was gonna say 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5 at best.
Still pretty good for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Whatever. Well, I'm not dying anymore. I'm gonna watch it.
If the movie.
Well, what about you? What are your numbers?
3.
3.
Yeah, I'm not excited really.
Okay,
he's going to a shithole theater with no stereo.
But this got me thinking. This article about Star Wars and the merchandising. The expected merchandising sales are going to reach a whopping $5 billion in the first year of the movie's release.
They bought the franchise for $3 billion.
Okay.
Jesus.
But when is the backlash going to come from? Because I thought that's what this, like America, it just usually like to see like such gross marketing. I mean, it's absolutely insane what they're doing with Star Wars. I mean, you walk into every store, you're going to a fucking pillow store in the mall, and you see Star Wars items in there.
It's crazy. I agree. Like, there's tons of, like, you go into a food store, there's Star Wars.
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, you can't escape it now. Is there an inevitable backlash to the Star Wars?
Not with Star Wars.
No, it can't happen.
So. I think Star Wars is the Teflon that Brian Johnson used to have. I mean, because who would still get excited about a Star Wars movie after those fucking shitty prequels? But here we all are. Everybody's going to see it. You know what I mean?
But you get what I'm saying. Like, usually the country can only take so much of oversaturation, and like, you know what? We had enough. We don't want it anymore. Not with Star Wars, though. I mean, $5 billion worth of merchandise.
And who is buying? Like, I went to Toys R Us recently. I had to pick something up for Sage, and I see shit that I'm like, who the fuck is buying like
what?
A 3-foot Han Solo figure, a 3-foot fucking this figure? Like, it's crazy the amount of crap they put out. Like, they've made it so it's impossible to be a completist now. There's just so much.
They're doing makeup. They're doing K Jewelers is peddling 6 charms of Darth Vader's head, stormtroopers, and R2-D2, ranging in price from $50 to $1,000.
Like Darth Vader's
who the fuck wants this garbage?
People will.
And I'm saying there is going to. I'm going to predict a tipping. If that movie sucks, you'll see a tipping point.
Right.
If that movie is fucking beloved, then they'll just people just fucking chow that shit down, man.
Yeah.
But who will it be beloved by? Will it be beloved by the original generation or this generation?
It has to be beloved by both to be successful. Yeah. It has to be. It can't be beloved just by one generation.
It's harder. I think who's harder to win over, the old generation or the new generation? Because the new generation has so much shit out there that they're like, whatever, Star Wars, you know. but the old generation, it's like, I'm coming with expectations, you know.
Which you don't think the new generation has expectations?
Not as high as the older one, I think. Like I'm talking about
that's like ageist.
High school. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Reddit.
Isn't it though? That's the exact. Well, it's the exact opposite.
of ageist.
No, age isn't.
Is
You
it?
can be ageist against any age.
Against young people too.
Yeah, but remember these
them.
kids.
You're saying that they have no expectations and they'll take.
No, I'm saying their expectations aren't as high for the movie because they don't have like 40
connection.
years of.
Yeah, but they grew up with that prequel trilogy. Remember, those kids don't hate those
some
movies.
People did.
They were huge hits, whether you liked them or not. They were enormous hits. Everybody fucking saw them.
I never
and those
saw the third
kids are.
Yeah, you don't need to know
You're not
anything
missing
about
that
it.
much.
But those kids are what?
They're the adults now. Like they're not adults, but they're in their teens and shit like that. Like they're looking at it like.
I can't believe you don't have tickets yet. Are you?
No.
Are you?
My schedule is just too easy.
That's probably.
No, but I wouldn't.
Are you going to lean on it like a private viewing from JJ?
Yeah, that.
No, JJ.
No, I just assume that I'll be able to
I got
buy
a
tickets.
star shower gift I want to give you.
$30. I got you the $60 one. I just assume that's all hype, that bought out price stuff. I'll be able to just buy a ticket.
You think you don't think it's sold out for weeks? I mean, I hope it's not.
Some theaters are, but
I know a theater
Staten Island fucking
that doesn't do
UA
pre-sales.
16 is not going to be fucking.
Are you talking about the one that we used to go to as kids?
Yeah, I don't mention it because I don't want anybody snagging one of my
It'll be
seats.
swamped.
All right.
Well,
We got one spot. You want to do the spot real quick?
yeah, we should.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, I went on and I admitted that the ads, I had under my guidance they had not gone so well. Right.
Which I think you two disagreed with. I thought they're some of the
completely
most
disagree.
creative.
Well, this week I can safely say that this ad we're doing today for Casper mattresses, we're getting it solely based on me because I have bought with the TSD code 4 mattresses from them.
Have you really?
Yeah. Because I had to move out of my house.
Yeah.
We all needed mattresses.
Okay.
And my brother-in-law needed a mattress, so I brought him a mattress with the Casper code. They are and I bought them one at a time because I wanted to wait and see what it was like. And so it's safe to say I'm not fucking bullshitting you. Yeah. I tell you the honest truth. I told you the fucking ads were fucking shit for months, and we didn't get no conversions.
Thanks, Ghost Pussy.
No, he was doing the Casper one, but the sole fact we got this Casper ad has to be from the fact that I entered the TSD code 4 times.
How are the mattresses?
Excellent.
Really?
I can.
Could you make it your permanent mattress?
Did you not get
I
one?
took it with me. Every mattress that we took to the new house, I brought back, and we threw away the old mattresses.
Get out! That's fucking awesome. They did send me one, but I didn't take it out of the box yet.
Yeah, Sage has one. They sent me one.
Yeah, it's
and
nice.
Sage uses it. It's
so comfortable
that in the middle of the night, a lot of times I'll leave our bed and I'll just go sleep in her bed because she constantly comes into our bed anyway.
Well, I'm getting. I am getting that. Yes, I need it. I just haven't opened the box yet.
I'll make this admission.
So happy to hear this.
How many times have you thought about your mattress while you're at work?
Probably not often.
There are times that, when I know that, if it's cold and rainy out, and I'm like, oh man, I just wish I could go back home and go back and lay down on my fucking new Casper mattress.
Wow,
it's so comfortable.
I thought you were going to say there are times when Mike was talking to me, and even thinking about my mattress was more interesting.
I would love to have said, tell him Steve Dave on that, but we got to give them where to go to get the mattress. We got to tell people where to go to if they want the world's most comfortable mattress. I'm gonna go out. I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say the world's most comfortable. Or I'll say this then. Let me caveat the world's most comfortable foam mattress.
Okay.
And in my opinion, the world's most. I'll never use a spring mattress again.
Wow.
Ever.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
You're not even winking at me or nothing. You're like
I'm 100% dead.
Fucking 5 mattresses and then wink.
Right.
No, there's no need for me to wink. It is absolutely the first product that I can embrace.
Is a wink-free endorsement.
This is why
this is a Casper house, girls. Don't ever ask for another mattress.
And they're so like reasonably priced though.
Very reasonably priced. There's nothing bad about a Casper mattress, and if you want to go to get one and try it for yourself, you get $50 off any mattress by visiting www.casper.com/TESD. Use the promo code TESD. You can get some screenshots of the Casper website to help viewers visualize. And
I think that's for you.
Yeah, I mean,
it makes a big fucking difference sleeping on a nice mattress, man. It really does.
Yeah.
Doing anything on a nice mattress makes a big difference.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I mean, I don't get to do it. I hear you.
We'll get that elf on the shelf.
Get that up on the shelf going, man.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's true. Like you better be good, bitch.
Tell him, Steve, Dave. Oh, wait, before we go, I do have one last thing. I fucked up bad. During 1, 2, 3, and I forgot a sponsor. I forgot a sponsor for a 1, 2, 3, and I felt horrible after the guy contacted me.
Nobody's buying my paintings.
So real quick, I'm sorry. I'm so glad I remembered. Go
to make up for it. A tag and
a footnote.
People shut off the episode.
Oh shit! I almost forgot again.
Go to Indiegogo.com and type in "Shadows of the Forest." And if you're interested in a movie that's like Pan's Labyrinth meets Nightbreed, it looks like to me.
Wow.
If you're interested in getting behind that and maybe helping out the production of Shadows of the Forest, this guy's a loyal ant. This guy listens to every episode. And like I said, when he emailed me, it was like, and I realized that I'd forgot to mention it on the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I wanted to go kill myself on my mattress.
You wanted to send him a Casper mattress. Yeah. You're like, let me make it up to you, bro.
Wow. So yeah, if any ants out there, just go check it out. See if you have any interest in it. But it's a good ant, and I told him that I would make up for it by putting a blurb out here. Shadows of the Forest at Indiegogo.com.
Did he kick in $200 for the team and all that stuff?
There was no price for the. Okay. He had a prize for the winner of the.
What was the prize?
It was tickets to the show, tickets to a play he's in. It's not on Broadway though, so he did have a nice prize package.
Cool.
For.
All right, well, thank you, buddy.
And I forgot to do it, and I felt like shit.
All right, do you feel better now?
This is going to get.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
What am I going to do? Tell him, Steve, Dave, again.
Make This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.